health and diseases. Here in this chapter we'll discuss about common human diseases, immunity, cancer, AIDS and alcohol as well as drug abuse. So here introduction about human health and disease. You already heard about the health everywhere, the word health. Here what is health? What is the definition of health? Health is a state of physical, mental and social well-being, not merely absence of any disease, is called as health. Health is not only the physical fitness, it also includes the social well-being as well as spiritual well-being, as well as mentally as well as physically well-being, not merely absence of any diseases, is called as health. Health is a state of physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being, not merely absence of any diseases, is called as health. And here diseases, there is means abnormal feeling interfering with the normal daily activities, we can call it as disease. Here in this, what are the factors affecting on health? We'll discuss about factors affecting on health, factors affecting on good health. So factors affecting on good health. What are the factors affecting on good health? Affecting on good health. First of all, balanced diet. Balanced diet. Factors affecting on good health. The first one is balanced diet. Second one, regular exercise. Regular exercise. This is second factor which affect the good health. The next, personal hygiene. Here is the third factors affect on good health. Environmental condition. Environmental condition. This is another one. Here these are the factors affecting on good health. Another one, avoid junk food. Avoid junk food. Here the first one is a balanced diet. Need for good health must need a balanced diet. The second one is a regular exercise. Regular exercise can lead to good health. Personal hygiene, that also leads to good health. Another one, environmental condition. Good environmental condition that helps us to keep good health. Another one, avoid junk food, roadside junk food. By avoiding these, that also we maintain good health. Okay. So these are the factors affecting on good health. So the next one we'll discuss about the common human diseases. In these two categories, one is the infectious, another one is the non-infectious diseases. The first one is the infectious disease, which is also called as the communicable disease, which transfer disease from one person to another person. Here There are two categories. One is the infectious, another one is the non-infectious disease. Non-infectious diseases. Infectious disease also called as communicable disease. Non-infectious diseases also called as non-communicable disease, which transfer from one person to another person, cannot transfer from one person to another person. Okay, so the first of all we'll discuss about the infectious disease, and here the various types of parasites which cause the diseases: bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi. Here pathogens which cause the disease causing organisms are called as the pathogens. Most of the parasites are pathogens. Most of the parasites like bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi, these parasites, most of the parasites are, that is, pathogens. What is pathogen? Disease causing organisms are called as pathogen. Remember this is important one for 1 marks, that is pathogen. Define what is pathogen. Pathogen, it is nothing but what? Disease causing organism is called as pathogen. Most of the parasites which lives in the host, for example human host, which cause the disease, which interfere the normal activities, normal vital activities. So that parasites, most of the parasites are pathogens, which leads to what? Which cause the disease in human. Okay. So you have to remember in this introduction about the human health and disease. What is health? Health is a state of physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being, not merely absence of any disease is called as health. Disease, it is abnormal feeling, interfering the normal daily activities. So that is disease. The next thing, after this definitions, the next one is factors affecting on good health. A person having a physical fitness, it is not a complete health. Person having physical, mentally as well as spiritually as well as socially, if he is fit in that, then only we can call it as complete health. Okay, so the definition over health and diseases. The next already we discussed about the factors affecting on good. For good health, what we need? Balanced diet, regular exercise, personal hygiene, environmental conditions also plays a very important role for good health. Environmental conditions means nowadays viral disease, that is environmental conditions also plays a very important role here. And avoid junk food also. Avoiding the junk food, that also plays a very important role maintaining the good health. Okay, so another one, the common human diseases, infectious and non-infectious diseases, the various parasites which cause the diseases. The pathogen, what is pathogen? Disease causing organisms is called as pathogen, and most of the parasites are pathogens which cause the disease in human. Okay, so for example bacteria, virus, protozoa as well as fungi. Okay, So the first one is infectious disease, the transfer of disease from one person to another person. We'll discuss about the first infectious disease. In that, the bacterial disease categorized into in this chapter, diseases categorized into 4. Here the first one is bacterial disease, second one viral disease, third one is a protozoan disease, and the fourth one is fungal diseases. Okay, the first one is the bacterial, second one is viral, third one is protozoal disease, fourth one fungal diseases. The first one is the bacterial disease. We'll discuss bacterial disease. Examples of bacterial disease: typhoid and pneumonia. Discuss about that. Bacterial diseases. Bacterial diseases, that the first one is typhoid. Typhoid. You might have heard about this typhoid or might have experienced about this, that is typhoid. Most of the people, most of the students experienced this typhoid disease. It is a bacterial disease. Here, what is the pathogen? You already heard about this as common what is the pathogen of this? The typhoid disease, the first one. The pathogen, do you know what is pathogen? Disease causing organism is called as pathogen. Which is the disease causing organism in case of typhoid? That is Salmonella typhi. Salmonella typhi. The disease causing organisms in case of typhoid fever is Salmonella typhi, which cause the disease typhoid. What is the mode of transmission? What is the mode of transmission? Mode of transmission. How person or human will get disease called typhoid? What is the mode? How it transmit into human? Okay, because here the mode of transmission: contaminated food and water. Contaminated food and water. Here, mode of transmission: contaminated food and water. Food means that bacteria which is present inside the food as well as in the water, which transmit into the human. Okay, so directly it enters into the small intestine. Later it spread into various organs through blood. This is channel. Here, after entering into the human body through contaminated food and water, it enters into small intestine. After entering into the small intestine, it spread into various organs through blood. Okay, so the mode of transmission of Salmonella typhi through contaminated food and water. Next, what are the symptoms? Symptoms. Do you know signs and symptoms? Signs and symptoms of typhoid fever, typhoid disease. First of all, we'll discuss what is sign and what is symptoms. Sign, what patient feel, the symptom what doctor observe in patient, that is symptom. What doctor observe in patient, that is symptom. What patient feel, that is sign. Okay. So the symptoms in case, signs and symptoms in case of typhoid fever, the first one is the signs and symptoms in case of typhoid fever. First one, high fever. Stomach pain. Constipation. Headache. Weakness. Loss of appetite. Signs and symptoms in case of typhoid disease. The first one is high fever up to 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. 39 to 40 degrees Celsius high fever. What is the normal temperature? 37.2 degrees Celsius. It is normal temperature. And in case of typhoid disease, the fever, that is 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. Okay. And another one, high fever, that is one symptom. Another one is the stomach pain. Okay. Because directly it enters through food and water into the small intestine. That leads to what? Stomach pain as well as constipation. Here the undigested food material stuck in the large intestine. Then the solid undigested material present in the large intestine. Then that is immovable inside the large intestine. So the headache, another one. Headache is also one symptom, and weakness. Okay. And also loss of appetite is another symptom of this. Loss of appetite, unable to, means they are not interested in taking food, that is loss of appetite. Okay. So these are the signs and symptoms of the typhoid disease. And what is the diagnosis? What is the test of this? How they confirm this typhoid disease? So that is, we can call it as the diagnosis of the typhoid Widal test. By Widal test, they confirm the typhoid disease. Okay. So if a person, for the best example as per the NCERT, a person cooking, who the background of that person is cook professional, that leads to they are spreading the disease every day to the people through the contaminated food as well as from the water. From the contaminated food, they are spreading the typhoid disease to the other persons. The risk of this mainly in the hotels. In hotels, the persons who are not maintaining the personal hygiene, or if the cooks got the typhoid disease, they can spread the disease to the customers in hotels. Okay, through the food. So the cook, means the most probability of getting disease from the cooks in hotel, because they are preparing the food, through that this bacteria enters into the another human being, directly it enters into the intestine. In most of the cases, typhoid fever that also leads to death because due to intestinal perforation, because directly it enters into the intestine. Intestinal perforation also means that leads to what? Intestinal perforation. So due to the intestinal perforation may leads to death in severe cases, that is typhoid disease. Clear what I am telling? So this is about what? The typhoid disease, the bacterial disease, the first bacterial disease. The second one is the pneumonia. The second disease we'll discuss about the pneumonia. Okay. Second disease, again it is a bacterial disease. Okay, discuss about the pneumonia. Second bacterial disease, pneumonia. Here, what is the cause of this? The Haemophilus influenza. Haemophilus influenza, it is a pathogen of pneumonia, or Streptococcus pneumonia is also the pathogen of the pneumonia, the disease causing organism. In case of pneumonia, the disease causing organism in case of pneumonia, that is Streptococcus pneumonia. Another one is the Haemophilus influenza. These are the pathogens which cause the disease, which cause the bacterial disease. We can call it as pneumonia. It is a respiratory disorder. Pneumonia is the respiratory disorder here. The pneumonia, what are the mode of transmission of pneumonia? How it transfer? The transfer of this means how the person will get the pneumonia. What is the mode of transmission? Here pathogens, Streptococcus, pneumonia, and another one is Haemophilus influenza. These are the pathogens which cause the bacterial disease pneumonia. And another one, mode of transmission through the aerosols, air droplets. What happened in pneumonia? It directly infects alveoli present in the lungs. Alveoli are also called as air sacs or airbags, balloon-like, millions of balloon-like structures present in both the lungs. You already heard about this. The structural and functional unit of the lungs are called as alveoli. In case of pneumonia, it directly affects the alveoli, are also called as airbags, are also called as air sacs. Okay, so the air sacs, airbags or alveoli are filled with air. Okay, so in normal persons, in case of pneumonia, airbags or air sacs or alveoli are filled with fluid. Feel the difference here? Pneumonia, in case of normal person, alveoli is filled with air. You already know the diffusion takes place between the blood vessel and the alveoli. Okay, so alveoli are filled with the fluid in case of pneumonia. It is also a severe disease. some here this pneumonia caused by Streptococcus pneumonia or Haemophilus influenza. The mode of transmission of this, aerosols or air droplets, a person using the same utensils, person using same utensils, that also leads to for this disease. And air droplets, the air which contains what is that, bacterial droplets, that also leads to what, the pneumonia. This is what the mode of transmission. Same way previously we discussed about the typhoid disease, how it transmit, from contaminated water as well as from the contaminated food. That is a channel. Through the contaminated food, that typhoid bacteria it transfer into the small intestine. Same way here, this is the different disease, that is pneumonia. How the person will get disease? Through the aerosols, infected person aerosols that enters into the normal normal human being, that leads to what, the pneumonia. Which bacteria enters? Streptococcus pneumonia or Haemophilus influenza. This is the mode of transmission, from the air transmit. Okay. So what are the signs and symptoms? Signs and symptoms of this. Signs and symptoms of pneumonia. Here also chills, fever, headache, most probably cough, and also weakness. These are the symptoms of what? Pneumonia. And respiratory problem also, breathing problem also, that is also one symptom of pneumonia, because air sacs or airbags or alveoli are filled with the fluid. During that time it is quite difficult to breathe, means due to fluid present inside the alveoli. So these are the signs and symptoms of what? Pneumonia, that is chills, fever, headache, cough and the weakness. Okay. So the next one we'll discuss about another disease, viral disease. Some of the you understood the bacterial disease. The first one is typhoid, and another is pneumonia. And the many diseases are there. The dysentery, it is also one bacterial disease. Okay. Next we'll discuss about the viral diseases. Understood? Bacterial disease already we categorized into 4: bacterial disease, viral disease, protozoan disease and the fungal diseases. In bacterial disease we discussed 2 diseases. The first one is typhoid disease, second one is the other is pneumonia. And next we will discuss viral disease. Viral disease, most common disease, that is common cold. Okay. Sometimes it is not the disease, it is a common condition. Okay. Common cold is a viral disease. What is the pathogen of this? Rhinovirus. Okay. The pathogen of this that is rhinovirus. Common cold, you already everyone experience this common cold every year. That is the pathogen of this common cold, that is rhinovirus. Okay. What is the mode of transmission? Again, it is the aerosols. Mode of transmission, aerosols. Aerosols, the mode of transmission, okay, by coughing or sneezing from the infected person in front of the normal person, the aerosols enters into the healthy person and it leads to what? Means common cold. So the mode of transmission through the aerosols by coughing or sneezing. Okay. So what are the signs and symptoms? Signs and symptoms of common cold. It is running nose, already experienced. Running nose. Okay. Headache. Nasal congestion. Sometimes fever. Okay. Signs and symptoms of common cold. Here is also sneezing also. Sneezing. Cough. Okay. In case of common cold, it affect only the nasal cavity. Okay. Or sometimes the throat, not the lower respiratory tract. It will not affect to lungs. Okay. It will affect only upper respiratory tract. Okay. So the signs and symptoms of the common cold: running nose, fever, headache, sneezing, nasal congestion. Okay. These are the signs and symptoms of the common cold. Okay. This is the viral disease. And various other viral diseases are there, that is HIV, AIDS, HIV and hepatitis, other viral diseases. Okay. So this is the most common disease, that is common cold. Okay. Sometimes it is called as a common condition. Sometimes it is called as common condition. Okay. So next class, what we discussed in this class? Today's class we discussed about human health and disease. In that, what is health and what is disease, what is pathogen, what is infectious, what is non-infectious disease, what is same way communicable and the non-communicable disease, along with the example. What are the examples of the communicable disease? That is malaria, and another one is the non-communicable disease, that is cancer is the non-communicable disease. So here we also discussed about typhoid, the bacterial diseases and viral diseases. Typhoid, how it, the pathogen of the typhoid, the disease causing organisms, how it transfer, mode of transmission, and what are the signs and symptoms of typhoid. What is the test, diagnosis of the typhoid? The most of question paper they asked, that is what is the diagnosis of the typhoid. Okay, that is viral test. Okay, that's the important one. Another one, that is pneumonia. Again, it is a bacterial disease. What is the mode of transmission? What is pathogen? What are the signs and symptoms of pneumonia? Okay, already discussed about that. Another one we discussed about the viral disease, that is most already everyone experienced this, that is common cold. Sometimes it is called as common condition. So what are the pathogens of this, mode of transmission, and as well as we discussed about signs and symptoms of this common cold. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss about the malaria. It is a protozoan disease, and what is the pathogen